Hey, what's up, guys? Bradley here, and I want to do my next video blog. Um, so last week, well, it wasn't last week, probably almost 2 weeks ago, because today is Monday, and I told you I would try to do videos every Wednesday. Well, last Wednesday I didn't get the chance to upload a video. By the time I was able to, it was kind of late, and um, so today is the first day I kind of have a chance. I mean, it's actually Tuesday now because it is 12 a.m. Past 12. Um, I had work today, so I mean I didn't um, totally have a chance, but I really wanted to get this in anyway. Um, but one thing I wanted to talk about was last episode, or last vlog. I guess I'll call it episode. Last episode, I talked about maybe talking about the Xbox One this week. But what's going to happen is in August I'm going to be going to Vegas for the GameStop Expo, because since I live in California, it only takes a 4-hour drive and it's only like $35 for a ticket. So I'm going to be going to the GameStop Expo. So what I want to do is I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to play the Xbox One there, so maybe it would be better if I waited on that topic and talked about it after I already experienced it. That way I have a little bit more insight into the topic rather than talking about it and then experiencing it and then have to like revisit the topic just to tell you guys about my experience. Um, so the only other topic I actually thought about last week was the whole gay marriage thing, because of the fact that um, like it just recently got passed, that gays can actually get married now. Um, I mean, they could always get married, just not to each other. So now that we have same-sex marriage, um, it looks like a good topic to bring up because of the fact that um, a lot of like Christians aren't supportive of gay marriage. Sorry, and I wanted to kind of voice my opinion about on that, and not actually on gay marriage, but but my opinion on how other Christians view the topic. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. But before I get into that, I do want to mention something from last time as well, was about the not giving up thing and the whole um, I really want to learn how to draw and do that kind of stuff, and the most difficult part for me is coming up with something or starting on something, and it just really seems difficult because anytime I want to draw anything, it's always like a person or something, and that actually takes a lot more effort than trying to draw something like from like if I was gonna draw this soda can, um, that's a lot easier than trying to draw a person in a specific pose, like, because I have to kind of try to take that from memory, or I have to look up a picture and try to get the pose that I was looking for. Or if I'm just trying to draw a face, I have to have a picture of something. And it's just a lot harder to get the exact details of a face rather than try to come up with something on my own. So what I would like you guys to do was to send me some suggestions for things um, I can draw, like things you think will help me, like practice wise. Like if I can draw this pretty well, if I draw it a couple times, maybe I'll get it, and it would just help me to learn to draw this, and it's a good starting practice. It doesn't have to be something I can draw over and over and over again, but maybe something that would be a good idea. Like if I get a bunch of requests, then it would be a good thing for me to learn to draw all those different things. And as I draw them, I would eventually get better, and I would have more practice. And I think the motivation would be because if you guys requested it and I didn't show it to you, that would be I don't know, I wouldn't like that. So what I have to do is if you request it, um, then I should and I do attempt it, then I'm going to show you my results, and hopefully you guys can see some progress from the first thing that's requested to the last. And I will try to always show it. I mean, most of the time I will show it. I don't think there's going to be a time I'm not going to show, but you never know if like I end up like just giving up on it. It's just I want to be able to try it, but a couple guidelines is nothing really obscene. You know, of course. Well, this might help out a little bit more. Is I don't really want anything living. Um, more towards like people. I don't really want to draw because that's something I want to work towards. And once I think I feel comfortable attempting to draw someone, I will let you guys know, and you can do that for me. I will make dedicated videos just for showing drawings. Like, I mean, eventually, if I do get enough practice, then I'm having a bunch. Once I've gotten quite a few pages filled up or something like that, and I usually space my drawings out pretty far, so sometimes on separate pages. So once I get a few pages, I can talk about and stuff like that. I will make a video for those, and that's the guideline. I don't really want to try animals right now because that's a little hard as well. Um, but like as I was saying, this soda can is a good. I mean, I know you guys can't really see it unless I pick it up, but a soda can is a good example because I mean it's just a line. It's just a cylinder with a few minor details that I could do, and give me 1 second. Okay, it's just a few minor details that I would have to attempt. I probably won't do like the label on the can or something like that, but I could always attempt like the lighting. I might actually just try to draw this because I mean I've already brought it up. Um, so if you guys can think of other things, um, and if you guys like just give me a maybe a picture, that's a little harder. But if you guys say like an object or whatever like that, to try to draw something not like a cloud, because a cloud can be whatever form or shape. Like it doesn't really matter what a cloud looks like, and as well as like a rock or something like that. Something that I can find a definite picture of and draw. Um, I'd like to try to start with something I can just Google and find pictures of and be able to just draw it from the screen, like look at it and draw it. That'll be something I would like for you guys to help me out with. Um, so leave me a message or a comment, and I will draw and show you guys my art. But I'm not going to show you guys anything that I've already done that's in the book. And I'm pretty much only drawn on the first and second page, I think. So anything else I will show you guys. Anyways, back to the topic. So gay marriage was recently allowed by the Supreme Court, from what I believe. That's what I mean. I saw it was everywhere. So what I want to talk about is most Christians' point of views, and from the Bible, it talks about how a man should not lie, with another man as he does with a woman, um, or he shall be stoned to death, and stuff like that. Um, therefore, making being gay not okay in the Bible. Now, what people do is they instantly see the sins, and they instantly try to run away from whatever, like from drug addicts, because they think doing drugs and all and drinking alcohol is all sins, and they want to stay away from the people that like do all these bad things, and they do the same thing with gay people because of the fact that they lie with each other the way they're not supposed to, as it says in the Bible. Now, I agree with the fact that in the Bible it does say you're not supposed to be gay. And I agree, but to a certain point. Um, I mean, like, I'm not saying I don't like gays. Um, I'm totally fine with it, and if you're gay, that's cool. Because another thing that does say in the Bible that people usually take things out of context about not it being a sin, and then they don't even think about the other parts of the Bible. They concentrate on the one part of the Bible. But the Bible does say you're supposed to love each other as you would love yourself. Or and think about it. That means you have to love the bad people, the the people that are sinning. You're not supposed to be prejudiced against all those people and only love people who you think are worthy of the love. Everybody is supposed to be worthy of the love. So you're supposed to love your neighbor, whether they're gay, they're a rapist, like anyone. I mean, I don't say go out and find them and try to love them and be their best friend. I'm just saying don't hate against them because of that fact, and see them as a regular person, because that's what the Bible says to do. That's what Jesus was telling everyone to do. And a lot of people don't get that, and they just like are so disgusted by the fact that there are gays, and they won't do have anything to do with that. And they're like, oh, they can be gay if they want. They just don't let me see it or whatever. And that's just stupid, because whether they're doing bad or not, you're supposed to love everybody, because that's what you're supposed to do. And people may argue that marriage is a holy um, thing that should be between a man and a woman. Well, just because it's something that I'm not saying like it should be holy and all that, because of course it is holy, and God wanted to have marriage for a reason. And do you think that God is being prejudiced against people like he said he doesn't want us to be? Of course not. He wants all of his creation to be able to take part, and he will still reach them in in that way. And I don't think that he would like that we're trying to keep that for ourselves as marrying a man and a woman only. And we need to spread the love by allowing anyone else to. It's not our place to say whether or not they can, because there's only one person who can tell them that. And he's not he wouldn't have made it if he didn't want everybody to have it. And that's my opinion on that. And I think it's really wrong to be openly detesting people, and even not openly, just to yourself. If you're hating on anyone, if you if you're being mean to someone because of who they are or what they've done, that's not right, and that's not what he would want you to do. And that's something that a lot of Christians aren't getting. And although they might know the verses and they know that you're supposed to love thy neighbor, they don't take it seriously enough, and they should. And it's just not, they're not following what they say they follow, and it's just, they need, they need to, like, I would really love for them to see this video and think about it the way I have just stated it, and hopefully they will realize um, that they do need to love each other, um, and the good and the bad, and it doesn't matter who, just give them the love that God would want you to give them. And I know this isn't a video for everyone because um, a lot of you probably don't even agree with the fact that I believe in God, and if you don't believe in Him, then I'm not going to hate on you either because of that same reason. But I think that principle still applies to everyone, that you shouldn't just hate someone because, oh, they're gay, oh, they've done this terrible thing, because we should be forgiving, and we should give second chances and have that big heart that humans can have, and maybe spread the love, and maybe the love will return to you, and everything will be a lot better because of all the shared love. But there's always going to be that hate being there, and I would love for it to be as little hate as there can be. But I don't want you guys to think this is a video steered towards Christians for them to watch. I just hope that you guys can see what, maybe try to help people you do see are Christians that aren't following the way that the Bible does say, although if they're really hating against gays, then you should say something. Try to get them to realize through their own arguments, because they will argue using the Bible, and why don't you try to help them see something new, whether you believe it or not. Because if you don't think, if that you think that they're just trying to defend this the sanctity of marriage, then you should help them see why it's okay. It's it's not such a bad thing to let them. It's not. And I see it's a good step that we finally are allowing it. Not that we should be outlawing it in the first place. Um, it should never have been an issue to begin with, but since it is, if you see a Christian person who isn't accepting that fact, and you want to try to help them see it the way that we all see it, how if you want their support in supporting gay marriage, you can use this. You can even send them this video, because I want them to see it this way, from a Christian's point of view, that although it may be a sin, that should not you shouldn't hate someone because they've sinned, because we've all sinned. And that's even another part in the Bible that Jesus said, those who are sinless may cast the first stone, because of that woman who was committing adultery, I believe is what it was. Um, and everybody left because they had all committed sins before. None of them were blameless. And so he forgave the girl. Um, and that's what we should all do, is forgive each other. No matter if they believe that or not, because our beliefs might not be the same, but we shouldn't be hating on each other. And it's just, that's how I think it should be, and that's how I believe that Christians should try to open their eyes to that and not be so close-minded about other people. And I think we should just accept them the way they are, because we would want them to accept us the way we are, because we've all had our pasts and we all have our futures. We're just human, and we will make mistakes. I'm not saying that being gay is a mistake, but as it says in the Bible, it is a sin, and I'm not going to hold sins against anybody. So I'm not saying that it's not a sin, because it is, but I do stuff that's sinful all the time, and I am a Christian, and I try to work on that, but I'm not saying that you have to work on that, because I'm not going to shove my beliefs down your throat by telling you you have to believe in God. Because if you don't, then that's fine, but I just want you to see the morality of it. And when some people think that it's a bad thing when you're gay, then that's on them. And you, even if someone's sending or hates you for what you are, you don't have to return that hate to them. Try to send them something else. Try to be nice to them, because once they see you're a good person, maybe they will forgive your. It's really a difficult subject to talk about, because I'm trying to say one thing and it doesn't always come out that way, and you guys will probably think something else. But I'm just saying, accept people the way they are, the good and the bad, because we're all people, and we all have good and bad, and that's it. That's the end. That's the whole point. We all have good and bad, and we just have to accept it, because if we can't accept someone else's good and bad, why should we accept our own? So if you can accept your own stuff, then you should be able to accept somebody else's. And you should. And that's the end of this video. And I will try to come up with a subject for the next few days, because it'll actually be tomorrow. I will really try to do a video, because I do work on Wednesday. This Wednesday I do work, but I will try, because I'm not working all day. I think I only work till 4 o'clock. So let me double check my schedule. I work from 11:45 to 4, so I'm working 4 hours. And anytime after 4, I'm going to try to come up with a subject and try to convey the best I can my opinion on that. It'll be hard, because there's not a lot of ideas going by, and I still only have the Xbox One, and I don't want to waste it quite yet, because at the end of August I will be using it. So I only need a couple weeks before I can do that. But I hope you guys like this kind of format, my opinions. I actually do have a topic I might be able to use, so I think that it would be a good one if you guys don't come up with anything. I'm gonna double check my messages right now. I haven't gotten anything on Tumblr, so I don't really have any suggestions as of yet. But I'm assuming that's because I don't have very many viewers quite yet. But I know that as time goes by, I might get some more views. I have about less than 10 views on like each of my videos. So I mean, it's not a lot of you that are watching. Not a lot of people are watching. But those of you who are, and those of you who want to get to know me, here's your chance. So if you guys have a subject that you would like talked about, um, I will do my best to do that for you. And I'd like to thank you for watching, and I will be doing a stream either, hopefully in the next couple days. I will do a random, it looks most likely like it would be Thursday, but I know somebody else who does a stream. They actually don't do it on that day. So that's actually a day that doesn't conflict. So if I'm off on Thursday, so I might be doing a stream on that day. There's a game called Ebe. It's spelled IB. It's supposed to be some horror game. I might try it out on Thursday night. Um, my friend really wanted me to play it, and then on Sunday I do a stream every Sunday, and I had a game set up. Um, it's a game I've never played before, but I've heard a lot of good things about. It's actually a really old game. It's for the Super Nintendo. It's called Earthbound, and it's supposed to be the sequel to Mother, which is a Japanese-only game. But they're not supposed to be really linked to each other. So I guess like Final Fantasy, where none of them are really related to each other except for like the ones that actually have a 2 in them. Like 13.2 is a sequel of 13 because it's 13.2. Um, and all the Final Fantasy 7 games are all Final Fantasy related, 7 related. So I don't think it's really that related to Mother, although they are similar. I will be playing it. I've already got it all set up that I can play that for you guys, and I will be doing that on Sunday, and I will continue to play that game on Sundays until it is beaten. And it's an RPG. If you've never heard of it, it's if you've played Super Smash Brothers, that's where Ness and Lucas come from. So that'll be interesting because I've always been interested in that game, but I never knew where to start, and I've just recently found out because I knew there was Mother, and I didn't know how to work that out because I know there's like Mother 1, Mother 2, Mother 3, but Mother 2 is Earthbound. So I will be doing Earthbound, and hopefully that will be a good game to play on the stream. I don't really get a lot of good feedback from that game, I probably will stop and just play it on my own because um, then I don't have to wait. I can just play it whenever I want. Um, but it is fun getting feedback, and Fez really did seem like it was getting some good feedbacks, and I just beat that yesterday on the stream. So I will be doing Earthbound this Sunday and Ebe on Thursday. So I will do Ebe randomly. It's not a game I'm super into because I've never played that as well. My friend wanted me to play it. It's not a game. He said that it would probably be better if I did it during the week because he feels on Sunday it might be a little harder. But I can't have a consistent day for during the week. So this Thursday I will attempt to stream that. But if I don't get a video up tomorrow on Wednesday, it'll definitely be up on Thursday. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.